In this video we are going to solve this question. So this question is written in the C language, and you have to exactly tell the output of this program, and we will see that what are the concept involved in this program. So in the first line we have created the variable a, uh, whose value is 10. In the second line we have created the void pointer, in which we pass the address of a into the ptr. So let's see how to represent all of this. I have created a variable a which is being created, say address 100, in which the value 10 is being stored, and the pointer is being created in which we pass the address of the a variable, which is 100, which is created at the address 200. So the thing that you need to understand here about the void data type. Void means that it is of no type. So there is a significance of the data type when we declare any variable, say int a is equals to 10. Here the data type is the int. We can write any data type such as the float, char, etc., depending upon our requirement, but it is not allowed to create the void variable. So if I write something like void a is equals to 10, the compiler will report an error here, because the compiler needs some indication that how much space that you need in the memory, because the memory is limited. So the compiler will need to reserve the memory for the variable, and that reservation is being done with the help of the data type that you provide while declaring the variable. Suppose if you write the integer variable as int a is equals to 10, this will give the indication to the compiler that the compiler will need to reserve the 4 bytes for that particular variable. If you give the char a is equals to 10, the compiler will reserve the 1 byte space for that particular variable to store its data, and if you write the float variable, the compiler will reserve the 8 bytes. So these all data type depending upon the requirement, how much memory do you need, and these all bytes reservation are also dependent upon the machine as well. So in the void type, it means that it is of no type, so it is not giving any indication to the compiler that how much space that the compiler will need to reserve for that particular variable. So here there is an ambiguity present, though, so the compiler will not able to reserve any space for that variable, so it is not allowed to create the variable of the void type. But we are able to create the void pointer, and we are passing the address of a as well. This line is allowed because the pointer used to store the address of the variable, and if I write something like pass the address into the pointer always need to store the address, and the address is basically the address of the memory, and the memory is basically fixed. So the compiler already know that how much space pointer will take in order to store the memory address. Anyway, the compiler will able to reserve the space for that pointer, and will able to create the pointer as of the void type. And there is a difference between the void pointer and the integer pointer. Why we used to create the void pointer instead of the integer pointer. So void pointer is also called as the generic pointer, uh, which we will discuss in our next video, the different types of the pointers. So in the generic pointer we can pass the address of any data type, either it is an integer variable, char variable, float variable, it doesn't matter. So before accessing the variable what is being present at that address which is being stored by the pointer, we need to dereference the pointer. So we cannot dereference the void pointer itself. Here we are doing the same in the printf statement, where we are dereferencing the pointer which is of the void type. So we cannot dereference the void pointer because the pointer is of the void type. It can hold the address of any data type, either it is an integer or char or etc. So the pointer will think that it is holding the address of the void data type, but the void data type doesn't exist. So this means that we need to typecast it into the another variable like the integer, char, whatever is your requirement. Currently we have provided the address of the integer variable to the pointer, so we need to typecast it into the integer pointer. So in this program provide us the compilation error at this point, at this line. Currently this program can be worked by writing the statement as in the printf line, so we need to typecast it as an integer pointer. So we can do so with the help of this integer asterisk and writing the pointer ptr. This is get transformed into the integer pointer. So in order to dereference it, we have to use the asterisk sign before this. The statement will print the value as 10, which is being present at the address 100. So this is how we have solved the question. I hope that you get every concept. Still you have any doubt, please let me know in the comment section. Thanks for watching.